Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, I decided to do a video on this because I've had the question pop up a number of times and it's same on all the NB4 transmitters. So, the tension on the wheel. Now this one, I'd say that's pretty much how I'd expect it to be. I've seen some people where they say it moves when they're trying to use it, so it's obviously not that tight. I've also seen some people, especially with the new Noble Pro Plus, where they've said it really is stiff. Now, it is quite easy to adjust this once you know how to get to it and where to adjust it. So, let's bring in for a close-up look. I'll show you how to strip down. We'll do it on the NB4 Pro, but this is the exact same procedure on the Pro Plus, the NB4 Plus and the NB4. The only difference is where the battery is on them. So that's the only difference between them. But the actual taking them apart and that is all the same. So let's bring in for a close-up look and show you how you get this adjusted. So first off, we're going to start by removing the base battery. So just pull your transmitter back, that'll get the base battery off. Then we're going to need to remove this. So you just work your way around it, start front back, work your way around one side, and then literally work your way around and it's all off. Then we're going to have to remove this. So depending which lever you've got on, see if I can get this on camera while I'm doing it. But basically all you've got to do is carefully work under it and then just wiggle your blade or something and that'll pop off. Once we've got that off, we're going to flip to bottom. Now in bottom we've got 3 screws, so I find it easier if you remove the middle screw. So that's one little tiny screw out. Then we're going to remove the side that you're going to be removing. So on mine it's the opposite side to the wheel. So the left hand side, as you look at the transmitter, they're both the same length and you'll need a small Phillips bit for them. Then you're going to need a 1.5mm driver, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 screws. So I'm going to get all 7 of them removed and then we'll carry on. Right, so once we've got all 7 of these screws out, we're then going to go to the base. And you've just got 2 more Phillips screws, and we just quickly need to get these out. So that's one. And don't worry about where these screws go. The Phillips screws from the bottom are coarse thread, and you've got 2 of them, so you can tell straight away where they come from. The ones from the top are all coarse thread but hex head, and then the 2 from this are really fine thread, and they're just Phillips, so you can't get them mixed up. So once we get them out, next you want to slowly work your way across the transmitter, parting it. So if we just get it to start coming apart there, just start parting the actual handle. And just try not to grab the screen too much. So as you work your way around it, I'm trying to keep all this on camera for you, but it's a bit difficult doing it this way around. But basically, all we're trying to do is get the screen to release at the top. So there you go, you don't have to pull too hard on it. Once you've got it to this point, just to stop you accidentally shorting anything out or causing any problems, I'd replace the battery. If you're doing it on the Pro Plus or the NB4 Plus, this is open, so you can pop the battery out as soon as you get this handle off. So that's how you get down to your battery anyway on one of these older radios. Next thing you're going to want to do is just gently prise up this connector. Once you've got that off, you can just carefully slide the screen up, and your whole screen will come away in one piece. And then we're down to the adjuster screw. So this screw on here, all you need to do is either tighten or loosen it, and that will change your tension on the actual wheel. So once you've set that to how you want it, next thing to do is just pop this whole thing back together. So once we've got the tension where we need it, you're then going to get the screen. You're just going to put that back into place, clip the little connector in. Once we've got that in place, we're going to take us 18650, can drop that in. Once we've got that on, you can then get the sides and just clip them together. You can check, make sure your screen's in place properly. Then we've got this base, and that's just going to drop in place like that. So once you've got that in place, then you've got the two tapered head Phillips screws, and we're just going to get these back in. And it's certainly something that looks a bit more daunting than it is, stripping these transmitters. Do like the fact that on the Plus versions we've now got an option of removing the battery just by popping the handle off, because the handles are pretty easy to get off. But in all honesty, out of all the transmitters I've got, I've not yet had to replace any batteries. So once we've got that in, next we're going to put all 7 screws back in, so 6 at top and 1 at bottom, so I'll get that done. So once we have all 7 of them screws in, we've just got to pop it upside down. Try not to drop these screws inside, because most of the time they come out, but if it gets stuck in there, you're then taking all them 7 screws back out and the 2 screws that hold this together. And just remember, don't go crazy tight with any of these. They're literally just to keep the radio in place. Its clips do a really good job of holding it together, and these are just like a little added bit. But once we've got that back on, we can now line this up, and you've just got 3 clips down either side. So if you start at the top, start popping them in, you can get them pretty much lined up. And then just get the back on, and then don't forget to put your actual clip in place for your 3-position switch or your variable dial, whichever you've got fitted. Then we clip his base back on, and if I've got everything back together, it should power up. So there we go, powered up, throttle and everything working as it should, and you can adjust the tension on the wheel to however you see fit. So let's wrap this one up. Right, so there we have it. The wheel is now a lot freer, but it's still not going to move about when you're using it. And as I say, this will work on the NB4 Plus, NB4, Noble Pro, Noble Pro Plus. They're all the same. Just take the screws out and then a little bit of adjustment and set your wheel up exactly how you want it. I like them so they're not too stiff to use. I don't want it to feel like it's going to break the wheel when I'm moving it. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.